Hello class, happy week 8. Whew, how was that midterm? Wasn't bad, right? According to your grades, you guys all kind of rocked it, so I was actually really impressed by that. Just so you know, we've had two typhoons here in Okinawa. The first one was kind of meh, but this one this weekend was actually a direct hit. The eye of the storm came right above us, but it was only barely a Category 1 type storm, so it wasn't that bad. If it was a Category 4 or 5, I would imagine things would look like Puerto Rico here. I've never had the eye of the storm come above, so what that's like is you get a whole bunch of wind and rain and stuff for several hours, and then it stops. Sun comes out, everything's wonderful, but you have to know that the eye of the storm is above you, because within another hour or two, it comes back, the wind's coming in the opposite direction, and you got a whole nother set of several hours worth of wind of rain. Lots of wind. That's pretty much what a typhoon or hurricane is about. So, yeah, that was fun, but not too bad. No real damage here, so all is good. Anyhow, okay, this week, week 8, we are getting into hypothesis testing. So that's when we hear words like null hypothesis, alternative hypothesis. So little things like the naming conventions, and you'll see H0, that's your null hypothesis, and then HA, that would be your alternative hypothesis. Just so you know, for any type of research, your hypotheses are your research questions, and you're always going to have this given that nothing happens. It's a fact of the universe, okay? So null basically means no, there's no difference. And then your alternative hypothesis is something happens, whether positive or negative. So that's pretty much how that works. So obviously we have some statistics associated with that. We have one sample and two sample t-tests, one sample and two sample z-tests. Just like, I don't know if I feel like I'm repeating myself, but I think I mentioned this in terms of directionality of hypotheses. If you're testing for something that's greater, that tends to be a right tail test. If you're testing for something that's less than, that tends to be a left tail test. That's why it's always safe to do a two-tail test. Because if something good happens, you're covered. There's also several practice tests associated with this homework. I already sent out a file, a helpful file. It has some calculators built in, so all you have to do is plug in your numbers. You don't have to get concerned about the formulas all too much, which is a good thing. And that's about it. So I am going to do something a little different this week. If you needed a second attempt on the homework, shoot me an email, and I'll open it up. But I'm curious, because I don't see people's grades rising too much on that second attempt. And seeing that you guys did so well on the midterm at one attempt, I just want to test the water, so let me know. Other than that, hope all is well with y'all, and let's have a great week.